Hey everyone, Indy here with TGN and welcome to the second episode of my show. Now, while I play for you some clips of gameplay from throughout the week, I'd like to answer some of your questions, but first I'm going to let you guys know that originally I stated Tuesday would be the day for new episodes to come out. However, it's going to be Thursday from now on because in retrospect, Tuesday was a really bad choice for me because I'm trying to push the content for my personal channel, TGN, and as well as it being a fresh raid reset, there's usually a lot of stuff to take care of that day. So it's going to be Thursdays from now on. Also, Thursdays is great, gives me more of an opportunity to collect new clips of gameplay and your questions as well. So that said, the first question's about live streaming, and it asks, I raid in a 25-man guild and I want to be able to stream from a healer POV. I have a system capable of live streaming, yet no matter what I do, I cannot get live streaming to work. This includes using Xfire, JTV, and Endgame. Any helps, hints, or tips would be great. So without knowing exactly what's going wrong with your live stream, I'm not sure how to narrow it down. I don't know if you're able to get anything to stream at all, or if there's only like a partial picture, if it freezes up or what. So the first thing I would tell you to look at is your upload rate. Go to a site like Speedtest and make sure your internet connection is capable of handling the stream. Because while you might have a really capable system, what's going to weigh more heavily on your ability to stream is your upload rate. So just make sure that you can do that first and foremost. Secondly, don't try to stream in HD or anything. That's going to make it a lot harder as well. Also, check and make sure that you're running your game in windowed mode. If you're trying to stream in full screen and it's not working, go ahead and try putting it down into windowed mode and see if that might help. Also, if you're running dual monitors, I know it sounds stupid, but make sure the correct monitor is selected in the settings of whatever program you're streaming with. Hopefully one of these solutions has helped. And ultimately, if nothing does work, go to the FAQ forums of whatever program you're using and just go ahead and ask a question directly to them. The next question's about healer stats, and it asks, what is more important to healers, intellect or spirit? Now, because this is a general question and I don't know every single healer class and spec and how stats, prioritize against those, I'm going to answer in a very general way, and that would be intellect is always going to trump spirit because spirit is only going to affect your mana regen. Intellect not only will affect your mana regen, but it'll affect your spell crit, your spell power, and the size of your mana pool. Now that said, if you're playing a lower level priest, you're healing 5 mans, you're finding it hard to keep up mana wise, definitely you can go heavier on the spirit. But in terms of a raiding priest or a raiding healer, when you've got all those raid cooldowns and you've got people, throwing down mana tides and innervates, you're not going to put this at the top of your list anymore. So that said, make sure that your gear includes spirit as a stat, but don't go after stacking spirit for your gems and your reforges and your enchants. Hopefully that helps answer that question. Next, I'd like to address a whole onslaught of questions I get on a regular basis regarding my UI, and most of them ask, where did you get your UI add-ons? And a lot of them ask, how can I get the same UI add-ons to work with my game or screen resolution? And while I'm happy to provide a link to Eliena's UI download, and I did create a video a while back on my personal channel that actually breaks it down and goes in and discusses the settings, I can't actually physically support everyone's, problems with different components of the UI. While I would love to help everybody, I simply can't, and I do get just this regular slew of questions regarding it, and all I can do is just provide you the link. I probably won't answer them from here on out because it's just a regularly asked question that I feel I've answered on multiple videos. So I will provide the link once again in the description to this video, but any further than that, you would want to just go to Curse and go to the source of the actual UI component and troubleshoot it from there if it's not working correctly or if you're experiencing any kind of glitches. The next question is about healing, and it asks, I recently leveled a disc priest for healing heroics and 10-mans. Will you make a guide on how to heal 10-mans and heroics? And I'm pretty sure that I made a few videos on healing heroic 5-mans, however, I'll provide a link in the description to this video on one that goes through an entire instance as disc. And in addition to that, 10-man raiding. I do have a video out there, actually a few of 10-man disc healing. However, there's one that compares 10 mans against 25-man raids. However, if there's enough demand out there, I think I will make, when I go and raid my alt disc priest, I'll go ahead and I'll make a 10-man raid video, and I'll just show you basically how disc heals are going to go in a 10-man raid, and I won't include any 25-man raid footage in there, so it's a lot less confusing. So that I will work on for an upcoming video, so look out for that, but definitely check the description to this video for a link to a heroic 5-man disc guide that might help you out, and good luck to you. Next question is about the Firelands patch 4.2, and it says, do you think the upcoming patch for Firelands will change your approach to disc healing and how you gear your priest? Now, while I've looked over the patch notes time and time again just to make sure that nothing was going to be changing, I'm pretty sure that the only priest-specific changes are going to affect the Shadow Priest by way of nerf. However, the buff to crit healing is going to affect us as disc priests in a very positive way, because as you know, our crit heals proc Divine Aegis, and Divine Aegis is going to be based on, the absorb is going to be based on a percentage of the crit heal. So with bigger crit heals, we're going to get bigger absorbs, and if you're atonement healing, that's even better too, because you're going to be critting with your smite, and then you're going to be healing for more. So that said, I'm not going to be gemming, reforging, or enchanting any differently. I'm not going to be taking other stats and reforging into crit because of this change. Why? Because we're getting plenty of crit healing from the intellect that we stack. It would make no sense to sacrifice intellect or another useful stat to reforge into crit. The only exception I would say is if you have a piece with haste and mastery on it and your only choice is crit, then definitely, choose crit. But rotation wise, it's not really going to change much, but the buff is certainly nice for our crit heals. So hopefully that answers that question for you. Well guys, that's all we have today for questions. I had a great time this week with my 25-man rating as well as 10-man rating with my friends over the weekend, and I got my very first heroic 25-man Cho'Gall kill, so I'm really excited about that. Fraps decided not to record it, however, so I'll have to get that next week for you guys to watch. And I also started playing Magic Online 2012, Duels of the Planeswalkers. It's pretty fun. It's not exactly the same as Magic Online, but I plan on making some more videos for that, for those of you that enjoy watching the multiplayer. So some of that's coming up, stay tuned for that. And I also started playing Amnesia. Not too crazy about it, but I'm sure all of you were enjoying hearing me cringe on the live stream while I played that. And so that's pretty much all I have this week for you guys. Now, remember, send your questions to indy@tgn.tv. Sending them via YouTube can sometimes get mixed in with a whole slew of other comments, and I can easily overlook them. So if you'd like a question featured on one of my future shows, send it directly to indy@tgn.tv. And links for anything I discussed in this video will be available in the description. Until next time, guys, this has been Indy with TGN. Thanks for watching.